Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris, and we are going to do a special session today of just breathing and stretching and relaxing. I think that a lot of us could use that right now. Those of us in Iowa have been through a lot lately, so we need to take that time not just to exercise, but also to really stretch and breathe and relax a little bit. So join me first. We're going to start off standing and have a chair nearby. We are going to go to the chair and do some stretches in the chair, but I want to start with a little bit of standing, stretching and breathing. So I'm going to adjust my camera just a bit. I apologize. All right. So first thing I want you to do is just stand up nice and tall. Now, if you need a chair for this, for a little balance support, that's fine. Grab it, have it close by anytime you need it. So we're going to start off first with just a big deep breath in. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Lower the arms down. Again, inhale up. Exhale, lower the arms down. All right, so first thing we're going to do is a little hamstring stretch. Now, I'm going to have my chair nearby. So again, you can do this stretch standing near a chair. So we're going to do some of these same exercise or same stretches seated as well. So if you need to kind of just watch this part and then go to the seated stretches, that's fine. So let's start off with a little hamstring stretch. We're going to take the right leg out to the front. Now I want you to kind of plant your heel down of your right leg. We're going to start to bend into that left knee. So if I turn to my side, this is what it looks like. So we're going to really push the hips back as much as you can, keeping that left knee bent, right leg straight. Pull the toes up. The more you can pull the toes up, the more stretch you're going to get in the back of that right leg. Now we're going to hold it here and breathe. You can hold on to the chair if you need to. Hold it. And when you're doing the stretches, I recommend that you hold it for about 15 seconds, 10 seconds at the least. So hold it here. Few more seconds. Good, and then come on back up. And then we'll stretch the other leg. So taking the left leg out, forward a little bit. We're going to bend that right knee, sit back, and pull the toes up on the left foot. So kind of like you're just sitting back down into a chair behind you, keeping that straight leg. This is where you get the stretch. This is right in the back in the hamstring into the glutes. You might feel a little bit in the back of the knee. Hold it here. Try to keep your back straight so you're not rounding your back and bending over. Take a deep breath in. Make sure you're breathing through your stretches. Don't hold your breath. A few more seconds. Good, and then come back up. All right, kind of just shake the legs out a minute here. All right, now we're going to stretch a little bit into the front of the legs, into the quadriceps. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this, so you modify it the way you need to. So the starting, what I would start with for most people would be taking your foot up. We'll start here with, I'm going to start with my left leg, pulling the foot up, grab a hold of either the back of your pants, kind of at the bottom. If you can grab your foot, you want to stand up nice and tall. Now, you're not pulling this leg way back. You're trying to keep it kind of even with that other leg. This is where you get the stretch. Now, before we go on, I'm going to show you another way to do this. So you can take your chair, I'll turn to the side here, and you place, I have my hand on the chair for balance, place the leg you're going to stretch onto the top of that chair. Now, this will kind of get you a little bit of a stretch here. May not be quite as much as if you're pulling that leg up, but again, you can get a little stretch here. And then we're going to do that one seated as well. So let's go back to that left leg here, holding that stretch. All right, and then let's go ahead and switch it over to the other side. So pulling that leg up, holding that stretch. Again, hold on to something if you need to. Take a deep breath in, exhale. And again, you can always use that chair here if you need to. And it gets that same stretch, keeping the leg straight. And you can kind of position the leg a little bit. See where you get a better stretch here. Hold it. All right, good. Now go ahead and step the foot down. Shake the legs out. So again, stretches you're holding no less than 10 seconds. Try to hold it about 15. You can hold it for 20 seconds, but make sure you're breathing through the stretches. All right, now we're going to go on to another leg stretch. So we want to stretch in through the hip flexors here. Hip flexors get very tight when we're doing a lot of sitting. So, if you've been at home a lot, if you're working from home, if you're sitting at a computer, driving, anything like that can cause a lot of tightness right here in the hip flexor muscles. So what I want you to do on this one, I'm going to turn my chair so I'm standing behind it. And I'm going to take my left leg back. I'm going to step my foot back like I'm going to go into a calf stretch, but not quite as far back. So I'm a little bit closer here. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this again. So you're going to lift the heel of that back leg, and you're going to do a little pelvic tilt, tilting that the hips forward. You should feel a stretch here. Now, if you don't feel a stretch, we can modify it. You can step it back a little bit with the foot, pop the heel up, pelvic tilt forward, and then drop that knee down just a bit more. So again, the key here is kind of the pelvic tilt forward. If you keep your hips back, you're not going to feel it as much. So pelvic tilt forward, hold it here. And again, breathe through that stretch. Good, we'll hold it a few more seconds. And step that foot up. All right, other leg. So same thing. Adjust your position as you need to, stepping the foot back. Pop the back heel up so you're on the ball of the feet or up on the toes. Tilting the hips forward into that pelvic tilt. Drop the back knee down just a little if you need to. Step it back to make that adjustment wherever you feel it. Hold it here. Breathe through that stretch. And hold it a few more seconds. Good, and go ahead and step the leg up. All right, very good. Shake the legs out. Now, sometimes you may notice with some of the stretches that your muscles kind of shake or quiver a little bit. It's just the tightness. There's nothing abnormal about that. Just really try to breathe through the stretch. The breath really helps with that stretch. All right, so we're going to do another one for the lower body standing here. So taking one leg back, this time you're going to step it back a bit further than you just did with the hip flexor stretch. We're going to press the heel this time down into the floor. That front knee bends forward just a bit. The stretch is in the calf. So you may feel this into the back of the knee. You might even feel it up into the hamstring a little bit. Hold it here. Try to keep your upper body nice and straight, nice and tall. Breathe through that stretch. All right, good. Let's do it a few more seconds here. Hold it. And step that foot up. All right, good. Switching over to the other leg. Stepping back. Press the heel down. Bend that front knee forward. Again, hold that stretch, breathing. Inhale, exhale. Good. We'll hold it a few more seconds. And go ahead and step the foot up. All right, so one more we're going to do standing. And this time we're going to stretch in through the outer part of the hips, kind of down into what's called the IT band. So if you have some tightness in through kind of the outer part here, the quadricep muscles, this is a nice stretch to do. So I am stepping my right leg over the front of the left. So I'm kind of crossing at the ankles here. Now I'm going to stand nice and tall. I'm going to take my left arm and reach it up and over, reaching up, so don't collapse down. Keep the chest open, reach it up and over, kind of push that left hip out just a bit. And you should get a good stretch down the side body, but also kind of right down into that outer left hip. Hold it here, inhale, exhale. Good, again, inhale and exhale. Good, go ahead and come down and step out of that stretch. We'll switch it if you need to, move your chair around. You can also do this at a wall, so if you're standing here next to a wall, use that wall to hold on to. So this time I'm stepping my left leg across the front of my right, standing up nice and tall, pulling the thighs in towards each other, taking the right arm up over the top of the head towards the left, pushing that right hip out. And again, keep the chest open, don't collapse down. You want to keep it up, reaching up towards the ceiling and then over. Hold that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Good. All right, go ahead and bring it down and cross the legs. We'll shake the legs out just a minute here. All right, we're going to have a seat in the chair for the rest of our stretches and our breathing exercises. So go ahead, take a minute here and we'll get settled into the chair. So come around to the front. Make sure you're all the way at the front of the chair when you sit down. Make sure you have some room here in front of you. I'm, again, apologize. I'm just adjust my camera down just a tad. All right, so what we're going to do now is those same leg exercises. I'm going to show you a couple of those seated in the chair. So we're going to do those same, starting with the hamstring stretch. We're taking the leg out. I'm going to turn to my side so you can see me a little better. Heel down, toes up. Again, pulling the foot back as much as you can, and then hinging forward. And then when you feel that stretch in the back of the right leg, hold it there and breathe through the stretch. So again, you're keeping your back straight. I'm not rounding, keeping the chest lifted. Breathe through the stretch. All right, good. Now switching over, other leg, heel down, toes up. Again, hinge forward. And again, you would do this facing forward in the chair. This way, I'm just kind of showing you from the side so you can see my legs a little better. Taking a deep breath in, exhale. One more time, holding in a few more seconds. One more breath in and exhale. All right, good. Step that foot back. Okay, now our next stretch, again, we're going to do another one, this time seated for the quadricep muscles. So here in the front of the legs. So what I want you to do is step your right leg out to the right. You're going to pivot your seat so that your left knee drops down towards the floor. Kind of bring it in and then slide the leg back. Hold on to the back of the chair if you need to. You're going to get that leg back where you can kind of start to feel a stretch here in the quadricep. Now, benefit here is you're also getting a nice hip flexor stretch. So kind of a 2-in-1 a little bit here. So position yourself again, facing forward, so your hips are pointing in the same direction. You're not turning to the side. Hips are pointing forward in the direction you're seated. Stretches here, hold it. Inhale and exhale. And then I'm going to add on to this one just a bit. I'm going to take my left arm up and over the top of the head towards the right. Again, I'm staying lifted. I'm not collapsing forward or down. Hold it here. Little more stretch in through the side body. Good, and then go ahead and drop the arm down, step the foot up, and then we'll switch. So we're going to step over, taking the left knee to the left, right knee drops to the floor. Place the arm on the back of the chair, slide the foot back, hold it here. Again, kind of play with your position. You may need to bring the leg back a little bit. You may need to have it forward, wherever you feel the stretch. So you kind of work with what you need to in order to feel the stretch the best. So hold it here. And then take the right arm up. Keep lifting towards the ceiling, reaching towards the ceiling, and then a little lean to your left, holding that stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Drop the arm down. Go ahead and step it up. Walk it back around to the center. All right. So we're doing one more stretch for the lower body before we move on to the upper body. So let's take your right knee and lift it up, kind of tuck it in here. Now I'm going to have you flex your foot and just kind of take that ankle onto the top of your leg, like you're going to sit cross-legged here. Now, if you can't get the ankle up on top of the knee, you can modify it by crossing more at the ankle. You're not going to get quite the stretch, but at least you can kind of get into that position. So I'm going to go ahead and take mine up here. Now the stretch is in the outer part of that right hip, and down that side. Kind of, you can even get a little bit in through that IT band where we stretched out, but into that right hip. Now holding it here, sitting up tall. Hinge just a little. You may not need to. You may be able to sit up tall and feel the stretch, and that's fine. So just where you can feel it. Nice stretch in the outer part of that right hip. Don't hold your breath. Some of these stretches may be pretty intense, and our tendency is to hold our breath. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale. And the breathing really does help with the stretch. Hold it here. One more breath in. Exhale. Good. And then uncross. We'll switch legs, lifting that left knee up, tucking the knee in, crossing the ankle. And again, cross it at the other ankle if you need to. If you can't bring that foot up on top of the leg, hold it here. Now, on all of the stretches, one side may feel different. One side may be tighter than the other. That's normal. You may really notice it with this stretch. I know I do. I have one side that's much tighter than the other side. Make sure you breathe. Again, this is an intense stretch. If you tend to hold your breath, a little tip that I have is to count. So if you're holding the stretch for 10 seconds, count to 10 out loud, and that helps you to breathe and not hold your breath. Good. Now, uncross the leg, set both feet onto the floor. Very good. All right, now we're going to do a upper body, moving on to the upper body, starting here with, let's start with the chest first. We're going to take the arms straight out in front. We're going to take a big deep breath in as we open the arms out and back. Now, as you do this, you're pulling the chest through just a bit, lifting the chin just a little. Again, Don't tip your head back too far. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Keep holding it. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and lower the arms down. Now we're going to change that stretch just a bit. We're going to bend the elbows this time. Take the palms facing forward. So you're in a goalpost or a cactus position with the arms. We're opening up again, lifting the chest, little lift of the chin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. All right, good. Go ahead and lower the arms down. Now you can try to change to deepen the stretch just a bit with any of the stretches through the breathing. So for instance, with this one, as you're holding it and you inhale and exhale, you can maybe drop the arms back just a bit more, lift through the chest, and just kind of deepen that stretch with each breath. All right, now we're going to stretch in through the back. So we're going to do a little stretch with the hands on top of the knees. I'm going to turn to my side again, just so you can see me. So I'm a little forward in my chair, hands on top of my legs, turning the fingers inward so my elbows are pointing out. So from here, I'm going to drop the chin down and start to round the back. I'm kind of curling in here into a cat stretch. So think of the cat-cow stretch, holding it here. Again, inhale, exhale. Hold it a few more seconds, one more breath in and out. All right, good. Go ahead and slowly come back up. Now we're going to change that, still stretching in through the back. We're going to take the arms forward. You can lace the fingers together like this or place one hand on top of the other, pressing the arms forward. Again, I'm going to drop my chin down, round my shoulders forward, keep reaching forward. So I'm not reaching down, I'm reaching forward. And I'm kind of get a little curve in the spine here, stretching through the back, hold it there. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good, go ahead and drop the arms down, come on back up, straighten the spine, sit up nice and tall. All right, I'm going to reposition here. We're going to stretch in through the neck this time. So we're going to start here stretching the right side of the neck. I'm going to take my left ear down towards my left shoulder. Now sit up nice and tall. Kind of tuck your chin back just a little bit. So left ear towards the left shoulder, stretches in the right side of the neck. Keep that right shoulder down. So don't pull it up like this. Really try to keep it down. If you're in a chair, take the hand underneath the chair. That kind of helps to open that up and hold that stretch. Inhale, exhale. This is one where you really want to breathe. Good. Bring it back to center. So I know that for me, those stretches are very intense. And so I really have to focus on breathing through the stretches. So inhaling and exhaling. We're going to do the other side. So taking the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Left hand comes down. Keep that left shoulder down. Kind of tuck the chin back just a little. You're creating space here in the side of your neck. Hold the stretch. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Inhaling. and exhaling. Good. Bring it back to center. All right, now we're going to take the elbows at the side, palms are up. And what I want you to do here is pull the elbows back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now, as you do this, I'm going to turn a bit to my side. I'm going to tuck my chin back. So like you're giving yourself a double chin. So we're stretching in through the back muscles here, kind of strengthening those muscles as well. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale, hold it again. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right, good. Release the stretch. All right, we're going to stretch in through the arms to finish out here. So taking the right arm out, we're going to turn the palm up. You're dropping your fingers down towards the floor, bending at the wrist, flexing at the wrist. Take the other hand, gently, gently pulling the fingers back on that right hand. Hold it here. So stretch is down. That you can feel this through the wrist, into the forearm, maybe a little into the bicep muscle. Hold it here. Sit up tall. Inhale and exhale. Try to keep those shoulders down. Don't let them come up. Good. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now switch it. So we're going to take the fingers up. The left hand comes again, pulling back gently on the finger. So again, the arm is straight. Holding that stretch. One more time. Good. Relax the arm down. Now we'll do the other arm. So taking that left arm out, palm up first, flexing at the wrist, pulling the fingers down, and then back with that right hand, gently holding that stretch. Keep the shoulder down away from the ear. Don't let it come up to the up like this. Keep the neck and shoulder relaxed. Inhale and exhale, breathing through that stretch. One more inhale and exhale. Good. Now let's reverse that, taking the fingers up this time, gently pulling back. Again, keeping that arm straight. Hold it here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. Good. Relax it down. All right, let's pull the shoulders up to the ears. We're just going to do some shoulder rolls back, nice and easy. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, now I want you to just relax your shoulders down. Relax your arms down. Sit up nice and tall. If you need a little back support, go ahead and slide back into the chair or put a pillow behind the seat of your chair, behind your back to kind of cushion you a little bit more. So relaxing down here, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do a few deep breathing exercises. So we're going to do first is I want you to take 2 deep breaths in, and then we're going to exhale on a count of 2. Okay, so inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. So let's start here with an inhale. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2. Good. Now this time inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now inhaling for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, last one. Inhaling for 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. All right, relax here. Let's take a deep breath in as we started, reaching up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Thank you for joining me this morning on this quick stretch and breathe video. Come back to it anytime. Once the video posts, you can watch it at any time. I really recommend that you take the time every day to stretch, to breathe, to relax. It really helps with stress management, just our overall health. So make sure that you're taking the time, even if it's 10 minutes in the evening, 10 minutes in the morning, just to do some stretching and some breathing exercises. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.